crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music a means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my song. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like wish that I care, but I don't. And I swear if you want, we can flow. Coming ready for the smoke. Murder she wrote, but I don't even dare. I got places to go. Coming ready for the show. Sacred the goat. We got royal affairs. We gon' win on the low. Coming ready for the glow. You taking notes, have a seat, take a chair. You may think that we cold. Coming ready for the snow. Try to bear the weight, but it's too heavy. Try to get away, but it's too deadly. Gotta keep it sharp, so we stay edgy. Can I get ahead, so we stay ready? Coming at me, that's sad, that's joke. I cannot believe these lies I woke. All that agree, but why you broke? When y'all need, come get your folk. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like I don't ever sit back, I'ma go and get that. I just wanna give back, people call me Big Black. I just got my whip back, asked me when I got here, told her that I've been back. Brought a couple wins back, double cup of no act. I don't really have beef, but I'm still a Big Mac. And you know I got green, now we bridging the gap. Flow with me and my team, cause we know how to scrap when you making a scene. Came up from the dirt, yeah I know my worth. No I will not sell, niggas gotta work. Do not kiss and tell, no I do not serve. But I'll ride these waves, so get up off my turf. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Whoa, Norman.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3090 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes? Bustas, hustlers, and yo hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beesh. All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to 3090. Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. This is the Accountability Monday episode. Normally, we're live at 12 noon Eastern time, but we're live here right now. So if you are listening later, don't worry, you didn't miss it, but it is here for you for later listening. So you can go to Spotify or Apple Podcast, of course, rumble.com/The Daily Swole in order to catch the replay. And of course, we got a lot of people here eager for this week's releases. And I'm going to tell you, because we're about to release some epic new content, because of course on Monday, we go over awesome Swole fan posts from Accountability, the Accountability Swole text I send out on Sunday. So the Swole fam responds and lets everyone know what they're working on this week. So we're going to go through, break it down, and get fired up for another amazing week. We have new yoga. And let me tell you, this merch, a lot of you know we release new merch every single week. Fam, this might be the greatest piece of merch ever created. And it's the perfect time. And I hope all of you rock it and get it today. That way you get it in as soon as possible. I'm very excited, fam. It's going to be absolutely lit. So let's just jump right into it. Are you ready, beaches? Accountability text.
What's in the box?
What do you want? What are you working on this week? How are you going to be executing that? Get specific. Accountability. What's the goal that you're working on? What exactly are you going to do? And if you haven't answered or you're not a member, you could drop it in the live chat and we can read your responses. So what are you working on this week? What are you focusing on? And how exactly will you be successful? Be specific. And by the way, look at this new design. This is the new Papa Swolio Hope design. GTTFG Hope design. Great. Can't wait to wear this to go vote tomorrow. Gonna vote these fucking lunatics out of office. I can't fucking wait. Early voting in Florida. Let's go. America, baby. Let's fucking go. America! Fuck yeah! All right. First accountability post. 20% off new releases, papaswolio.com. You guys know the deal. Diana says, hey, or yeah, I'd say last week I was the most successful adding on the no caffeine after X o'clock rule. Most days was noon, but 2 p.m. was the final cutoff. I'm not sure which brick to focus on most this week. We'll do 4 days in the gym. I definitely need to cut back on the sweets. I'm not sure how to go about it. Cold turkey or to cut back 75% or what? Cold turkey might be bad for my job. Okay. So this is all over the place. Holy shit. What are you working on this week and how specifically will you accomplish it? Do we have a goal for this week? I'm not sure which brick to focus on most. We'll do 4 days in the gym. I need to cut back on the sweets. I'm not sure how to go about it. Don't put them in your fucking face hole. Don't buy them. Don't keep them in your house. Cold turkey or cut back 75% or what? Get rid of seed oils. Get rid of vegetable oils. Get rid of processed sugar. Eat some fruit. Again, the whole sweets bullshit. Eat some fucking fruit. Have some grapes. Have some grapes. But I like my candy. Eat a fucking grape. That's not sweet enough for you. If that's not sweet enough for you, your body is broken. You're a broken person. Eat some fucking fruit. Diana, answer the text properly. Get specific with what you're trying to accomplish. I don't even know what you're trying to do. Yeah, dates are fantastic too, Diana. Medjool dates are fantastic. This is what Mama Swole. This is a great snack. You want not a snack, but you want a dessert. You ready for this? Get yourself some Medjool dates. Slice them so you take out the pit, and in like that little crevice where the pit would be, because you like I don't like the ones that have the pit removed. I like the ones that have the pit. So the Medjool dates, you cut them, and then you fill them with raw butter, and then sprinkle some Celtic sea salt on it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's the best. Eddie says, I'm going to practice more mindfulness to reduce anxiety. I'm going to constantly remind myself to focus on the things outside, around and outside of my body instead of the thoughts and worries on the inside. Also going to start each day with the brain gains and end it that way. Good for you. Again, focus on what you can control. If you're focusing on that, that means you're focusing on the 7 pillars and you're going to be on the straight and narrow. Eric says, pool and gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, swim Thursday and Friday. I'm assuming it's Thursday because you put another T there. Green smoothie and bran every day. Ugh.
Inconceivable!
Need to look into some meat though. Eric. I don't know which Eric this is. Green smoothie and bran every day. Are you trying to make me vomit on a live stream?
Matt Damon.
Need to look into some meat though? Yeah. In my opinion, screw the green smoothie and the bran. Holy garbage. Peasant food. Eat yourself some meat. Get some meat and eggs for you. All right? How are you a part of the Swole fam and you're responding with green smoothie and bran every day? My opinion, it's backed by logic and common sense, though. Melissa says, hi, Papa. I'll have a number 7, staying consistently consistent with all 7 pillars. This week, I'm going to focus on keeping everything the same as I've been in a good rhythm with the training changes we talked about last few weeks. Everything else has seemed to go pretty smooth. Energy levels are better as well. Thank you for everything, Melissa. Good for you. Good for you. Glad to hear it. Micah says, I'm going to work out 5 times this week while I'm underway and do the best I can with the food provided. No desserts. It's mostly a lot of doing the best that I can with the hand I've been dealt. Vague. I'm not exactly sure the details right off the top of my head. Sometimes some of these conversations, I've had some back and forths. I just forget exactly the details if I know the details with Micah. But good for you. Get to the gym, get your 5 times in, get your 7 pillars done every day. Michelle says, I'm going to be keeping on track with my goal to prep the night before for the next day. Worked out well last week, and I can see how much of a game changer it is. It'll be hard to pick out which new nip cover I want to wear, though. After my prep for the next day, it'll be a 3-minute brain gain session to start my wind down time. I like it. Daddy likes. It'll be hard to pick out which nip cover I want to wear. Michelle, you're going to want the newest nip cover that drops today. Oh my God, fam. It's so good. It's so good. All right, 2 more. Mike says the goal is consistency. I will meal prep daily to adhere to my nutrition and proper meals and continue my daily training schedule using Maximum Swole to get back into my training routine that had fallen off since my situation dealing with the aftermath of the hurricane. I am focused so that I can get back to some normalcy in my life. Good man. Victoria says, I'm going to time myself while doing tasks outside of work so I can set a realistic schedule to be more productive and manage my time better. Okay, good stuff. Remember, the reason why I ask and the reason why I will always ask is because if you have long-term goals and things you want to accomplish, you have to think of the long term, but then work back to the daily, work back to the weekly. And by the way, hashtag SwoleFam for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give it away at the end. But, focus on the 7 pillars, execute every day, focus on what you can control, and get it done. Again, a lot of times it just comes down to patience. It comes down to finding the peace and the purpose in accomplishing and checking off those 7 pillars. When the app launches, you'll have a journal feature where you can track anything you want relating to your 7 pillars. You could track your workouts on your 7 pillars journal. You can track your mindfulness progress. You could track your community and how you're doing with family or friends or people that you're eliminating and removing yourself from. You can just journal your thoughts. So it's really about what you're accomplishing and what you're putting through and what you're putting into practice every day. And it's not going to be perfect. It might look different at different times in your life, but if you're focusing on what you can control every day, you can be successful every day. You don't have to wait until you lose 50 pounds of fat to feel good about yourself. All right. It's really important to understand that. You got to focus on what you can control and check it off. Sheena says, like I mentioned in the Saturday text, this week I am going to focus on limiting my time on social media. I waste so much time on the apps when I do things like check email or texts. I'm going to do things like remove them from my home screen on my phone, like you suggested. Schedule a 30-minute time frame to browse, and then that's it. Yeah, there are apps that will do that. They'll brick your phone and stuff like that after a certain amount of time. And I think it's really important because a lot of you will tend to get wrapped up and start scrolling. And Sheena and I were talking on Swole Text that she'll just scroll and scroll, and it'll end up being 2 hours of scrolling, and they're addictive, right? Just like the foods are designed to keep you on them, the phone and the apps are designed to keep you using it. Facebook wants you to use it all day long, nonstop. Instagram wants you to stay on it as long as possible. So they do things in order to get you. That's why when you open up TikTok, it's just videos immediately. It just submerges you immediately as you open the app. So rather than say, I'm never going to use these things, use them, but give yourself unlimited for like 30 minutes or something like that, right? In other words, you have a timer. You can use your phone, and then you're going to do the most important things. Do whatever you're going to do on social media. Scroll, watch cat videos, whatever it is. Watch stuff, boom, 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 boom. But then you're done with those apps. The cool thing about the Swolenormous app when it launches, we're going to have a community section where you can be able to post and maybe using Telegram, talking to the fam. You can have limitations on what apps you use at what time and also usage of your phone overall, and then having a hard cutoff time in the evening, like 9 or 10 o'clock, whatever that is. But, keeping yourself from it and just restricting yourself, and maybe you want to use it and give yourself that time to do whatever you want. Don't just keep you away from it. Use it, but just limit how much you're using it and just have fun. That way, when you have your hour or your half an hour, you don't have to stress and be like, oh, I'm being bad, I shouldn't be on it. No, you can just use it as much as you want. And then when the time is up, it's giving you that time to kind of do what you need to do and have fun with it. All right, let's take some questions and we'll get into some new releases. Like I said, this merch is probably the best merch ever released. I know it's a big thing to say, but if you have a live question, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. If you want to follow up with anything I'm saying, if you want to follow up with a question about a program or training, anything, George Pranger, euphonium, ... whatever. Best kettlebell core workout. I'm going to answer the way I normally answer. There's no best of anything, but Turkish get-ups. There's great things like windmills. Anything that uses your spine, even heavy resistance training with barbells works your core. So if you're trying to see your abs, obviously, you just are fat. You have abdominal muscles. You can do spinal extension and flexion with a crunch or with a leg raises, but you just need to be less fat. You can still progressively overload abdominal movements, but you should be able to lateral bend, work your quadratus lumborum. You could do rotation exercises, but if you want to see your abs, you have to make sure you're not fat. Sally X Moody, Papa Swolio, best thing to eat when having cravings. Probably couldn't ask a more vague question. Cravings for what? If you have cravings for pickles, the best thing to eat is pickles probably, right? You have to understand why you're having cravings. If it's something that you shouldn't be eating, a lot of times it's exhaustion. You're not hydrating properly with electrolytes. You're not sleeping enough. You're not using caffeine properly or sunlight properly. Your sleep-wake cycle is fucked up. A lot of times you're just addicted to foods. And when you start treating cravings like withdrawal symptoms, it gives you some more perspective. So it's a little bit vague. There's no best thing to eat when you're having cravings. It's your entire lifestyle habits. So cravings for what? Meth or ice cream? Like, what's your... Greg Chamblin Sr., Papa Soy, when you talk about gaining muscle, are you referring to dry lean, comma, lean mass, or skeletal muscle? Gain...
Matt Damon.
Some of you might think, well, that's a good question. Is it? When I talk about gaining muscle, I'm talking about gaining muscle, bro. Skeletal muscle is muscle. I'm not talking about smooth muscle. I'm not talking about muscle in your arterial walls. I'm talking about skeletal muscle. I'm talking about skeletal fucking muscle. What do you mean? I'm talking about gaining muscle. Increasing your muscle mass. Dry lean? Fuck. Farouk Ghazawi. Papa Swole, how can I lift heavier weights at the fucking gym, Papa? You add some more weights. So when you go to the gym and there's a bar, you'll see there's these big silver or black, there's these big discs. Sometimes some are bigger, some are smaller. And they'll have different numbers on them. And they'll say different things like 10 or 5. Or based on your name, it might say, 5 kilograms. It might say kg. That is referring to the mass. The more you put on, the heavier it's going to be. How can I lift heavier weights? You progressively add fucking weight. Miss Texas Fit. I'm already relieved. Right when I see Miss Texas Fit ask a question, I'm already like, nice. Thank you. Miss Texas Fit, Papa Soul, I started drinking half a carton of egg whites in the mornings for breakfast.
Wow.
Which gives me 50 grams of protein. Is this a good method to get in some of my protein? I think it could be an option. I mean, that's pasteurized egg whites. You might be better off having some... How are you feeling with it? I don't think it's necessarily bad. Whether how well you're metabolizing that is up for grabs. I used to do that stuff back in the day. I don't do it anymore, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad option as long as you digest it well and you feel okay doing it. When it comes to, so for example, in the morning, I have grass-fed and finished whey protein concentrate with my electrolytes and glutamine and magnesium and stuff in the morning. So I have about 40 grams of protein. It's not heavy on my stomach, so it's better than a protein shake for my stomach. Well, I mean, if you see results with it and you're feeling good with it, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm sure there could be arguments made about digestion or absorption, but it might be fine for you. I'm not against it. If it's been feeling good for you, then you could probably stick with that and see how it goes. Anything more than like 40 grams might be a little bit too much, but 50 is probably the higher limit of how much you'd want to have at a time. Just to make it so that you're more able to absorb it throughout the day. You generally don't need to go too much more than like 40 or 50 grams for a moment. You can wait an hour or two and have more if you're trying to bulk. All right. Noah Janssen's Papa Solio. How do you, Jesus Christ. You see these questions? And again, for anyone asking questions, I'm not trolling, but for fuck's sake. How do you stick to a meal plan? What are you talking about, bro? If you figure out what foods work best for you, you do an elimination diet, you're eating pretty much animal-based carnivore, with some meat and fruit, eat as much as you fucking want. How do you stick to a meal plan? You do things with purpose and intent and just do it. You buy the foods, you prepare the foods, you have what you need ready. I'm not even sure how to answer that. It's like, how do I wipe my ass? Well, you take some toilet paper and you put your hand between your ass cheeks and you wipe. Or use a bidet and blast the poop off your butt. Oh my God. T-Bone Capone, Papa Soy, does hypertrophy correlate to muscle growth? Well, that's what hypertrophy is. So hypertrophy is muscle growth. Hypertrophy means increasing the muscle fiber size. So hypertrophy is muscle growth. Let's see. Zoe Rose. If there was a typo there you want to follow up, you can follow up with that question. Zoe Rose, best diet plan to shed 20 pounds. Closing your fucking mouth.
Matt Damon.
My concern is, are you lifting weights? Are you building muscle? Are you eating properly? You can starve yourself and lose 20 pounds, but you're just going to gain it right back. You could dehydrate yourself and lose 20 pounds, but it's not healthy and you're going to gain it right back. You can cut carbs and flush out water and lose the weight, but you're going to gain it right back. So you do some kind of stupid quick fix, you're going to gain it back. So why are you trying to shed 20 pounds? How about building muscle and improving your body composition over time and getting sleep and getting sunlight and lifting weights and practicing yoga and going to the sauna? And people just want to fucking lose fat. The best diet plan, your entire lifestyle, the best diet plan. Permanently, the best diet plan. How about learning how to eat for life? This is what the elimination diet is. This is what giving a fuck about your health. I want to be less fat. Then how about changing your fucking lifestyle? Oh, we don't want to change our lifestyle. We don't want to actually make incremental improvements and be patient. I came into this meeting. I came into these questions. Look, I'm trying to answer. I understand sometimes, a lot of times it's the basics over and over again, but sometimes these questions, it's really frustrating that people are still like, how do I? No one wants to actually put in the fucking work and improve different aspects. No one wants to go to sleep on time. They wonder why they're still fat. Okay. They'll do anything but what's required. Jeremy Meyer, Papa Swolio, been losing a lot of weight, 50 pounds since July. I have slowed down. How do I speed it up again? You don't. You want to build muscle and lose fat. So stop worrying about the scale, Jeremy. I want you to look at what training program you're doing. What are you doing to build muscle? What's your nutrition like? What are your habits like? Your vitamin D consumption, magnesium, sleep habits, sun, grounding, all the important things. It's always going to slow down. You're not going to lose weight faster or indefinitely. Okay. Chances are, if you are watching the scale, trying to lose weight faster, you're going to make poor decisions and you're actually going to be very unhealthy in the process. So would like some more details. Fuck the scale, focus on building muscle and getting healthier, and you'll lose extra body fat over time. I guess we're going to keep doing this. Carol Alexis, do young people lose weight faster? I do not think it's relevant. What I will say is someone who's like 60 years old that has 30 more years of bad habits might have other health complications and issues, but a lot of things are better or easier per se, quote unquote, when you're younger because you have less compounded damage. So a lot of times you can, quote unquote, reverse things. Like if you're 25 and you've been a fat, lazy fuck for the last 5 years, it's easier to reverse 5 years of being a fat, lazy fuck than 25 years of being a fat, lazy fuck. When you're 50 and you spent your entire life being a fat, lazy fuck, it's much harder to undo, right? Nunu Ham, does rucking help core belly fat? No. Or is it worse for problems in back pain? Rucking, you're just talking about walking around, right? Is that what, like hiking with heavy weights on your back? It's definitely not good for your back, per se. I'm not saying it's bad or it's easy. I mean, you're carrying around a lot of weight, you're walking, you're hiking, you're rucking. I don't know what the technical definition of rucking is, but I guess it's just heavy weights and dragging it around. So I would say it doesn't help with back pain. It depends on why you have back pain. A lot of people will ruck a lot or do that kind of stuff a lot and have back pain as a result, but that could be, repetitive use injuries and they're not balancing things out and stuff like that. So does it help core and belly fat? It's activity, it's physical activity, but it's not necessarily building muscle. You might build some muscle in your legs, but you see a lot of people that do that kind of stuff and they're not jacked. Your body adapts to things. This is why progressive overload is important. And caloric management, the quality of the foods is important. That's a lot of cardio. Your body will adapt very readily to cardio. This is why you see a lot of people that do cardio all the time. Who looks the best? Who's lean and jacked? Sprinters. Explosive, short-term, high intensity, just like weightlifting. And they do a lot of explosive power and strength training. Sprinters do. Marathon runners look sick and emaciated, like they just got out of a concentration camp for a reason. Like, which one do you want to look like? High intensity, short duration activity. Sprints, plyometrics, explosive movements, heavy weightlifting, building muscle. Miss Texas Fit, as far as the elimination diet goes, it seems like everything hurts my stomach. Is it bad to just eat chicken, egg, and spinach for 4 weeks to really dive into it? Whatever elimination you do, I would do it for 6 to 8 weeks. Everything hurts your stomach. What's wrong with steak? Chicken, egg. Eggs are okay. Chicken, it's hard to find good quality chicken, but you want pastured chicken, corn and soy free. Spinach, I would not, my opinion, I would not recommend that. Very high in oxalates and can bind to a lot of vitamins and minerals. Burns the fuck out of my tongue too. I'm not a fan. But doing carnivore would be a good idea with organ meats and stuff, liver, bone marrow, bone broth is great for your gut. What's wrong with meat and fruit? And where's the steak? Where's the beefs? Have you gotten any other check or blood workup or whatever it is? I'm not a big fan of the sick care system, but this is just my opinion. This is not medical advice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of spinach. Elizabeth says spinach is terrible on the thyroid as well. One of a kind, Miss Texas Fit, red meat seems to hurt your stomach. It seems to? What kind of meat? Where are you getting it from? How are you preparing it? What are you cooking it in? Makes you bloat? I'm always skeptical with that. I use grass-fed butter. Well, that's pretty good. Butter isn't good for everyone. Sometimes clarified butter. Sometimes people have dairy sensitivities too. And Sheena's correct. It's hard to find corn and soy-free chicken. Yeah, I think Dutch Meadows has it. I'm not sure if Miller's Biofarm does. But sometimes if you find it, it's expensive. It can be really expensive. But grass-fed beef is by far easier to find. 100% grass-fed and finished beef. But follow up, Miss Texas Fit. Use grass-fed butter to cook it. Have you tried tallow? It could be how you're preparing it. It could be the cut of steak. It could be grass-fed beef. Where are you getting it from? Grass-fed beef, topped sirloin, and ribeye is what I love. Yeah, ribeye is my preference. Have you tried cooking in tallow? I'm not saying it's the butter, but one of a kind 24. Let's see. Now we're getting some good. I appreciate the live viewers, fam. I appreciate that. Now we're getting some good questions. I like it. I like the live questions too. I like when people are. Melissa says, I've never heard this place, but you guys can check it out. So I don't know if it's good or not. But Melissa says, Seven Sons Farm has corn-free and soy-free chicken. Thank you, Melissa, for the recommendation. So I haven't checked. Let me see. I haven't looked at that. So you guys can look it up on your own. Grass-fed beef and ethical meats. Ooh, I like it. Antibiotic-free, non-GMO, 100% grass-fed. That's a large family. I like it. It looks pretty good to me. Let's see. Chicken. Boneless cuts. Chicken breast. That's a pretty good price for that. I know it's expensive. You know, some people might think it's expensive, but it's good. Where does it say corn and soy free though? Protocols. I'm surprised they don't put corn and soy free like in big. I'm always surprised it's not like in big letters or big things. Well, that's cool. I'll look into it. I don't see the corn and soy free, but I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but you guys can go check it out. It looks like a nice site. Looks like it has good stuff. In the description, I don't see it. No animal byproducts, antibiotic. Let's see. Antibiotic and GMO free. regeneratively focused. If you find it, let me know, because I don't see that. I don't see corn and soy free. But it might be true. So I looked in the description. I don't see that, however. It still looks like a good option, but I don't. Okay. Let's see. One of a kind 24, Papa Swolio. I stopped taking caffeine in all forms, and I feel good all over except for my energy level. I'm trying to find ways to gain energy from a healthier source. What would you recommend? Coffee? Energy from a healthier source. I'm sure there's things you can do. But that's what I do. I mean, I still drink coffee. I don't think coffee is a bad thing. So if anyone has any recommendations, if you're not doing caffeine at all, energy is going to be, electrolytes, sunlight, grounding, going outside first thing, getting quality sleep, having some more salt in your diet, Celtic sea salt. That's great too. Electrolytes. Hog Wild, Papa Swolio. Am I ruining my rest periods? Now we're getting some good questions. People are fucking showing up, saving us from Instagram. Thank you, fam. Hog Wild, Papa Soy. Am I ruining my rest periods by performing unrelated exercise between sets, i.e. tricep press between lat pull downs? Yeah, you are. So I'm confused. By performing unrelated exercises between sets, i.e. triceps press between lat pull downs. Well, you're not resting then. What are you trying? It's unrelated. Do you mean, is that like a certain workout you're doing? You're trying to superset tricep press? I mean, that's a style of training, but you're definitely not resting. I mean, it's not a rest period if you're doing an exercise. Even if between sets, I'm doing jumping jacks, like you're not resting. I'm doing cardio on off days. You're not resting. You're changing adaptations and you're adding fatigue. Opposing muscle groups. Yeah, it's not a rest period. You're training. So you're physiologically fatiguing yourself before you do your next set. It's a different muscle group, but it's your nervous system. You're still doing a set in between. Now, there's application for supersets, right? There's application for you doing biceps and triceps. So there's applications where you can do it to save time. But it's just you're making a compromise. So let's say you're doing an arm workout. Let's say you're doing an upper body day, and at the end of your arm workout, you want to do a set of biceps, then a set of triceps, then a set of biceps, and a set of triceps. That's not a big deal because it's not as fatiguing. You're not really recovering completely between, but you can go back and forth. There's nothing really wrong with that because it saves time. So if you're in a pinch, using a superset with opposing muscle groups can be a great way to save time. Just understand that you're going to compromise a little bit on the stimulus because you're not completely recovering between sets. So in other words, I would use that as a strategy. Let's say, hey, I have to get to the gym and do an upper body workout. I don't have a lot of time. So you do, chest and back, back and forth, not with like no rest, but you do a chest, you kind of go back and forth, and then you do arms. I just wouldn't do it all the time. That's what I was after, getting rid of the dead time between sets. That's not dead time. That's essential recovery time. It's not dead time. And that's a great thing that you brought up, because if you think of it as dead time, then you're not really fundamentally understanding what is required for you to create optimal stimulus and to provide optimal strength output. You need to recover between sets. So if you want to maximize your strength output, you need to rest for like 3 or 4 minutes, depending. Sometimes, depending if it's unilateral, you can shorten that. Or if you're trying to bring up a lagging side, you can do your weaker side and then without rest, do your other side, like left arm and then right arm kind of thing. But it's not dead time. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes my workouts might be an hour, but I'm doing a lot less sets. And you're like, well, I could do 30 sets. It's not about how many sets you do. And it's not dead time. You're recovering so you can provide the optimal stimulus. Your rest periods are just as important as the training. Your rest periods are going to allow you to lift heavy. If you're doing a set and you're going as heavy as you possibly can, you get 5 reps. If you do the same weight and you rest like 30 seconds, you're going to get 1. or 2. Like if you rest 4 or 5 minutes, you might be able to get another 5 reps. You see what I'm saying? So remember, your goal is to provide the proper growth stimulus and minimize the fatigue. And if you go back and forth, you're increasing the fatigue and you're decreasing the stimulus. But it can be an effective use of time if you want to save some time and use it sparingly. It's a tool, but it's not optimal to just go back and forth with no rest for hypertrophy. And what I was going to tell you guys is that that's the misconception. People think it's dead time. And there's this idea that you have to keep on moving. You have to constantly move and never rest and like never slow down and never stop. And if I'm not sweating and drenched, right, I'm not out of breath, I'm not really working out. This isn't a fucking spin class. This isn't a Zumba class. You're not trying to leave in a puddle of your own sweat. Being drenched in sweat doesn't mean you had a good workout. I go in the sauna and I come out drenched in sweat. That doesn't mean that I'm building muscle. It doesn't mean that I had a great workout. Sure, the sauna is great. It's great for benefits. You get cardio mimicking benefits, heat shock protein. Like there's a lot of great stuff that comes with using the sauna. But when I'm lifting weights, I'm not doing cardio. Okay. And this is what I'm trying to get more and more people to do. If you are lifting weights for strength and hypertrophy, understand you are not doing cardio. If you want to do cardio, then go do cardio. Don't lift weights for cardio. Go do cardio. So you want to build muscle? Then build the muscle. Do what's required and subject your body to the growth stimulus that's going to allow it to build muscle. Don't do cardio with your weights. You could do cardio by just doing cardio. You don't use the weights the weights are for weights. Cardio is something else. You understand? Cupcakes don't kill. Papa Swole, speaking of rest between sets, when I go and have limited training time, like 30 to 40 minutes, then that just means I am doing less reps to rest properly then, right?
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Did I read that wrong? When I go and have limited time, then that just means I am doing less reps to rest properly. No, don't say sorry. I'm just trying to, it just doesn't make sense to me unless I'm reading it wrong. Sets, doing less sets to rest. Right. So, okay. So again, this is what I always go back to when it comes to Swolenormous X, is that when you're choosing a program, you need to understand how many days a week you can dedicate, what days, because look, some of you can have whatever schedule you want. Some of you, it's going to be, I cannot do Saturday and Sunday because I work all day Saturday and Sunday. So it has to be Monday through Friday. So whatever your split is, has to make it available for you to train. If you have an hour and a half and you have no real, on the days you train, you have no time limit, you have more flexibility with what you do. If you only have 30 minutes, you can get everything you need to get done in 30 minutes, but you have to understand what you're doing and be much more specific and tactical because you can't go over 30 minutes if you're going to be late to work or something like that. So you need to make sure that what you select, the exercises, the volume is very important. Doing 4 days a week at half an hour is different than 4 days a week at an hour. If you have an hour, 4 days a week, you could do much more volume and you can do a different split. If you only have half an hour, maybe it's a full body 4 days a week and you're doing, it depends. Yeah, less sets can be fine, but again, you still want enough sets to stimulate growth. So 1 set is great, but 2 sets is going to be generally better for a body part. Now, how many sets you need in a week, that depends. Everyone's going to grow differently and depends on how frequently you're training the body part. Less sets, so I only have 40 minutes, so I would do 3 sets instead of 5. 3 sets for a body part? Yeah, like if you're in a given workout, 3 sets for chest is fine. You don't need to do 5 sets for chest. I would say 5 sets for chest is way overkill in a single workout. You're better off, if you're doing 5 sets for chest in one workout, you're better off doing 2 sets twice a week or 3 sets one time a week and 2 sets a different time. So understand, people, you're better off with frequency. So if you're doing 6 sets for chest on Monday, I'm just using chest as a generic, you're better off doing 2 or 3 sets on Monday and 2 or 3 sets on Thursday or Friday. Frequency matters. Frequency matters. So again, provide the growth stimulus while minimizing fatigue. And what I find for a certain body part, it's generally 2 sets because I'm generally training stuff twice a week. And if I'm training 4 times a week and I go back and forth, I was doing calves twice a week. And then I started doing calves every day. Not every time I train, but 4 days a week. But I'm not going to be doing, because if I'm doing calves 2 sets twice a week, that's 4 sets a week. If I do calves at the beginning of every workout, that's 4 days a week. And I do the same 2 sets, I'm probably going to hurt myself. That's doubling the volume. So if I want to keep the same 4 sets, that's 1 set 4 times a week rather than 2 sets twice a week. But it's a big difference. Even though it's the same amount of volume, the frequency makes a big difference, or it can make a big difference. Like you could try different things like that. Cerny says, another awesome reason being old pays off. My time is all mine until the Reaper comes knocking. For now, Cerny. Cerny's like, Cerny keeps on rubbing that in. Cerny's like, my time is all mine. Hint, hint. Is the app ready yet? Give me the app now. I want the app now. Let me enjoy the app. Please send it to me first. Still debating blocking Cerny and blocking her IP when the app releases. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. I earned that shit. Yeah. It's coming soon. I can't wait for this new release. I can't wait for this merch. Okay, let's get into those releases. Good questions. If there's anything that comes in, it's all right. Good questions. Really good questions. Cupcake and everything like that. Yeah. Are you doing Maximum Swole? Getting Maximum Swole. If you're part of the Swole fam, SwoleNormusX.com. We have specials going through this week, Wednesday, a couple days. Tonight, you can check it out. There should be a countdown timer. But Maximum Swole is really the program for hitting this. Okay, let's get into a couple releases.
What's in the box?
Recipes. First one. Oh my God, what is this? We're talking chicken today. Sheet pan asparagus and lemon chicken.
I am the danger.
He's heating up.
All right, new releases. New releases. Golf clap. Sheet pan asparagus. We just talked about chicken, so get your nice fancy chicken, get your corn and soy free chicken, and get yourself some sheet pan action, some asparagus, and some lemon chicken. Lemon chicken. All right, next one. Ooh, a tuna poke bowl. Sounds trendy. I don't know what that green shit is on there, but raw fish. Aight. Let's get it.
And that's the way, I like it.
You switch the samples.
All right. You know, whatevs. Whatever. Whatever's clever. Tuna poke bowl. And the last recipe, slow cooked ribs. Well, isn't that special? Isn't that special? Slow cooked ribs. Who doesn't like some slow cooked ribs? That's what I'm talking about. At the end, everyone's like, poke bowl. Fuck that shit. You know, lemon chicken. All right. Vegetables. Great. Slow cooked ribs. Everyone's like, yes. Ribs. Okay. Slow cooked ribs. Everybody hit the thumbs up button if you're watching on the Shumble. Fam, why don't you hit the thumbs up button? Why does like a few people hit the thumbs up, but just exit out of the chat, hit the thumbs up button. It's not complicated. It kills the channel. Like, just hit the thumbs up. It's free. A lot of you are members, but you're like, I'm not going to hit the thumbs up. I'm a member, but I'm not going to hit the thumbs up on Rumble. Just do it. Okay, slow cooked ribs. Now we have featured classes this week, spotlight classes, level 2 heart openers with Genevieve. That's great. Look at that cake. Genevieve has got a whole bakery down there. Got the cake, yoga cake. Speaking of cake, Swollen 7 kettlebell round 6 with the America shorts. Oh, yeah. America! Fuck yeah! And we have Total Foundation Schwam.
He's on fire!
Total Foundation Schwam. No qualms. No qualms. Very good. Very good. No qualms. All right. We got new yoga. Before we got the new, let's do the new yoga first. And then you guys ready for some merch? You guys, no merch? Nah, we'll do it next week. I'm just kidding. We have to release it today. We have to. I should have released it like a while ago. We should have, but it's great. Better now than never. Brand new yoga class in Schwolnarmus X. Yin for hamstrings with a dowel express class. Ooh.
Hi, puppy.
What do you think about that? Now it might be hard to see. A dowel, it's behind her knees. It's right under her thighs and her calves. So it's tucked in there. But dowel, I love these classes. It's great. Alex is so creative, and there's so many things you can do with simple apparati around. So if you have a wood dowel, if you don't, man, you can get one at Home Depot. You might have it could be a PVC pipe. It doesn't have to be a literal dowel, but you might have a curtain rod or something. You can makeshift something like that. But cool ideas and cool things to change the stimuli and where your head goes and how your muscles relax and how they move. You just take the class. I mean, Alex walked you through all of that. And especially with the ball, tennis ball with the strap, towels, bolsters, there's so many different tools that can really help you kind of access things that you never thought you could. Yeah, broomstick is fine. So you'll be surprised. If it seems like, oh, that's lame, it's not. You'll hit things that you never thought you can hit. So check it out. Yin for hamstrings with dowel express class. Now, of course, when the app launches on your homepage, you'll have the new releases section right there on your homepage. You open up the app, you see the new releases for the week. So it's going to be extra awesome. Right now on the site, you go to the menu, click on the updates tab, and you'll have the latest drops. So super awesome. All right. Yin for hamstrings with dowel express class with Alex Fire. Okay. Almost to the merch. Before we do, Swole Fam Roundtable 79. 79. This Thursday, October the 24th. So this Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. 6 p.m. Eastern time, Swole Fam Roundtable 79. So 6 to 8. Link will be on your home screen. I'll text you ahead of time. Roundtable 79 will go from 6 to 8 p.m. We may be changing the time slightly. It may be 7 to 9 instead of 6 to 8. But I'll let you know. But it's this Thursday night. Just letting you know. We might push it back a little bit, see if more people are able to make it. So just a heads up, we might push it back a little bit later. So if that sounds exciting to you, you could drop a comment. But this Thursday night, so I'll give you exactly the specific time later this week. Okay. So I believe last time I didn't think this through. We had a bunch of other things going on, but that was something that I was considering. It might work a little bit better on my end too. So just something to think about. So this Thursday, in other words, it's around that same time. Usually if you're there for the first part, you'll be able to make it for the latter part. Okay. Because a lot of you are on the West Coast and a lot more people might have a chance after work and stuff like that to get there and have dinner and X, Y, and Z. So we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe it's too last minute. It won't change it, but we'll see if we get initial feedback of what you think. All right. Melissa passed my bedtime, LOL. Well, yeah, okay. Well, at least you'd be able to, either way, you'd be there for the first part. We'll see. We'll see. The later it goes or the darker it gets, it's going to get, who knows what's going to happen. So could get even more sketchy. Could get sketchy if it gets late. It's like a dark alley, the round table. It's like full moon and people are going to be howling on the round table, something weird like that. Fam, who's ready for some merch? Who's ready for some merch? You guys ready? Okay. Now, I want to preface this new merch. All right, 20% off papaswolio.com, 20% off all new releases. It's been, now that it's voting season, right? It's 2024. I got my GTTFG Hope merch on. Okay, making fun of the communists. Now, a lot of you, this has been a pretty hectic year. Okay, been a pretty hectic year. Especially since this summer. Now it's crazy how quickly things move forward and how quickly the mainstream media wants you to forget the assassination attempt. I mean, there's been multiple, there's been more attempts on Trump's life, but I want to take you back to July 13th and remember where you were and how you felt and how close we were to having an absolute fucking completely different timeline than we currently do. So we'll see. This timeline's not done. This timeline is not done. Timeline's not done. It's definitely going to get a little bit crazier. Hopefully not too crazy, but you never know. It might just. But fam, this should come in time. And to honor that moment, you remember when Donald Trump
What's in the box?
came up and before he was coaxed, pulled, shuffled off stage, he turned to the crowd and let them know that he was okay. And he pumped his fist and yelled, "Fight, fight, fight." And if I were there, I would have done the same thing, except I would have chanted, "Lift, lift, lift." Yes. All right. I don't even know how to explain this if you're just listening to the podcast. So hopefully you all rock this when you go to vote, or rock this period. This might be the greatest design ever made. I am extremely proud of it. And if you're just listening, it is your boy Papa Swolio. With a dumbbell in my hand, and it says in large letters, "Lift, lift, lift," underneath. And lift, lift, lift. Fucking great. It might be one of the greatest. It's just an instant classic. It makes me laugh. So here's the full design. Look at this. Look at this design. So I also wanted to like have it with like the sharp, because when it's on a picture with the mock-up, it can get grainy when I zoom in. So zoom in. Look at that. Got the blood on my face. The dumbbell. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that guy. Dun, 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 dun. Blood on my face. Sheena's looking for the beard logo. Can you find it? If you look closely, what am I holding in my other hand? Top secret. There's the logo. Project GTTFG. I'm holding the top secret Project D, not Project 2025, Project GTTFG. So a little political goose egg, a little political Easter egg, I should say. Yeah. Lift, lift, lift.
America! Fuck yeah!
Isn't this awesome? This is a fucking great design. Yeah. So, rock your brand new. This is great. It's so good. I'm glad you guys like it. Anyway, the cool thing is that it's October. I've been getting I think we improved our shipping a lot. Designs and orders are coming through. Like I'm starting to get mine a lot quicker too. So it's getting even better. We're trying to improve our shipping speeds and all sorts of stuff. So I can't wait to get this in. Like I should probably get this stuff in because we just released. When did we release the Hope design? We did 2 last time, right? It was the Hope design and I got Shreddy Krueger today. So that was last week, yeah? So I should be getting this on Monday. That's October 28th. Oh, that's plenty of time for me to get these videos up. And that's what's going to be awesome. Posting some videos on Instagram, and that's going to be perfect. Coming up on November 5th. I'm so excited. Lift, lift, lift. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, I love it. Lift, lift, lift. All right. So papaswolio.com, 20% off all new releases. And this might be, again, this might be one of the best releases we've ever had. Might be the best. There's so many. There's so many. I really like all the designs. So, but you guys understand where I'm coming from now when I say it's the best. Now, here's the thing. I wish October, September, August. I wish it was like 3 months ago. That would be even better. But it is what it is. I thought it's still great. Still great. I wish I did this earlier. But better now than never. Cerny says, I wore my Your Dad is My Cardio shirt today. 5 different people wanted it. Yeah? And Cerny goes, no, it's mine. Can't have it. 5 different people wanted it. Cerny, you should just take it off your shirt and be like, here, you could have it. That's not what I meant. Yeah, I like the girl agent's expression. Well, it's also accurate too. She took off her glasses, right? You see her glasses in her hand? Yeah, it's got all the details. Jacked. Look at that fucking dun, 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 dun. Lift. What a fucking great design. Great. Sheena says, this will compliment my Trump shirt, the picture of him in that pose that says you missed. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a fire one. All right. I was so excited to share this. And look, that's this one. This would be a great flag. This is a great flag. What a great print. What a great print. This one came out really well. Shreddy Krueger looks really good. I just got it in. So I haven't worn it yet. I haven't filmed with this one. I'm just wearing it now. So I just got them in today. So sometimes you guys get them in. If we have it ready, sometimes we find it sometimes we tweak designs up until like the morning. Like today we'll tweak. If we have it done beforehand, sometimes I'll get mine ordered in. But sometimes if we release it, sometimes you guys get the design. You might get it before I do, depending. A day or two before I get it. I love it. This would be a great flag. Great flag. Great on a mug too. That's great on a mug. Lift. It's so ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh, and it's just perfect timing. It's perfect timing. So the fact that it's going to be on Monday, November 5th is what? A week from, it'd be it's like the next Tuesday or something like that. It'd be perfect. What do you guys think? What do you guys think's gonna when I post this stuff on Instagram and stuff? I'm curious to see the responses from it. I'm curious to see the responses from when I wear the shirt. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Fuck everyone's feelings, right? Okay, let's give away the Swole card, and glad you guys like it. New merch. Papa Swole. Hopefully not banned. You're going to ban me for making an awesome shirt. All right, hashtag Swole fam. Let's give away this Swole card. Let's have a great evening. Ban me for making a great shirt. Ban these nuts, right? Scroll. Dates are good. I see that. Someone said dates are good. Cilantro is disgusting. These fucking posts are hysterical. Not a lot of Swole fam hashtags. I'm scrolling. Stop. Hope the app drops before Cerny kicks the bucket. Landed. All right. Look, you got to drop it. The more you drop, we got a winner. Today's winner is Positive Charisma. Congratulations. Drop those hashtags. Droppy. PK, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card. 3090 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. And just a reminder, we also do have the next signature series drops in just 10 fucking days. 10 days.
Wow.
And the last one will be shipping soon. I know they're staggered, but I'm telling you, it is going to be, that might be the best one. The one that's going to be sending out from the last time. They're fire. So we got a lot of Swole cards going out. Another signature series. The app is coming out. Trying to juggle everything and get it all out to you and catch up. So appreciate everyone's patience. So a lot of you just got a bunch of Swole cards recently. So that's going to be, we're kind of catching up and getting up to speed. But I'm telling you, once we get the app officially launched, to members first, and we get that out, and just to let you guys know, it's very, very soon. We're talking like days, weeks, 2 weeks. It's close. It's very close. So I have to have a couple other things, tweaked, but it's pretty much ready to go. And then, members will get access to it. You'll get notified. And then it'll be cool. We'll hit the ground running. I think it's perfect timing because we're almost to November. We'll have it running. We got Black Swole Week coming up for, people do a lot of stuff around Christmas and merch, and then fuck your resolutions and the new year. So we're going to be just in time. And yeah, when I said days, look, when I say days, I mean, it's so just so you guys know, because it's a podcast, when it comes to like the app, it's not going to be like the end of November. I thought it was going to be a little bit sooner, but I still have to do like couple like filming for some like intro videos and a couple little tweaks. So it's close. So, but I think just to remind you, one of the issues that was a big issue that was it was a major thing, got fixed. So it's even better. The issue that was the problem was fixed, and it was better. The fix is different than the original issue. Rather than I can't get into the details with explaining it, but the fix is actually better than I thought it was going to be. It changed it completely, but it's even better. So really excited about that. Ooh, nice. Oh, I hope you guys are going to get it soon. Sheena said, just ordered my lift shirt. Sheena says, I think I hear mom in the kitchen. Oh yeah. She's in the office. Yeah. It's where she belongs. She's good at it too. That's my squaw. Let's see. Yeah, she's cooking us a beast of a steak. She cooks some steak, man. That woman can fucking cook. It's so good. So Mama's in the kitchen. Rufus is over here. He just got groomed. So he's completely, let me see if I can show him. Nah, he's kind of off. The room's kind of messy because I have like I have my rifles down here. I still got to clean them. There are 2 rifles there. I had to go through like one of my closets. So there's just like ammo boxes and magazines. There's just shit all over the floor. I was going through all this. I'm reorganizing all this like gun stuff because I have a desk over here. Like cleaning. I have all my stuff for cleaning of firearms and everything. I got to do some overhauling. Anyway, good stuff. So I think tomorrow's early voting. I think today was the start of early voting in Florida. So I believe tomorrow, Mom and I are going to go vote for previous and future 45 and 47 Donald J. Trump. So we're going to vote tomorrow. Let's fucking go.
America! Fuck yeah!
Very excited. Looking forward to getting it done. Hopefully it's not too much of a line. Looking forward to it. Getting that locked in. I want to vote early. No shenanigans. No shenanigans. So anyway, Beaches, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for being here. Appreciate the patience, understanding. I know usually it's 12 noon today, but that's why we have Swole Text. And if it gets delayed, something came up and wasn't able to, there's no chance I was going to be here at 12. So at least we have Swole Text, and was able to let you guys know that it would be later today, and we got it done. Go and pick yourself up some amazing fucking merch. Lift.
Fuck yeah!
PapaSwolio.com. Go get you some awesome merch. All right, off to a PTA meeting now. Yay. Woof. Good luck with that. Make sure you wear your pronoun sticker.
Matt Damon.
All right, Beaches, thanks for being here, and we'll see you tomorrow for 3090 Schwam. Peace McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint shit. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making